Hey friends, happy Cinco de Mayo. Woo-hoo, yeah. All right. There's a lot going on. It's a beautiful spring. And we're at the Bauman Wellness Lunch and Learn series. And it's really quite an honor to introduce Kara Nettles, Nettles being one of our favorite plants, to the world, to the universe, the Bauman universe. And Kara lives in Loveland, Colorado, and she has her own company. Or it's called, let me think if I can find it here. Let's see, it's called Find Your Fire Coaching. And if you look at findyourfirecoachingtoday.com, you'll get a nice look at it. So Kara, please introduce yourself. Thank you for being with us.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. B. It's so great to be here, everyone.
Folks, please mute yourself if you're during the talk so we don't have background noise. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, so welcome. I am just delighted to be here. As mentioned, I live in Colorado. It's a lovely spring day here, and I am ready to celebrate Cinco de Mayo later. So I am here to talk to you today about harnessing the elements in nature and using those energies for health and wellness for yourself. And I'm really excited to share this information with you. I think that you'll find it really beneficial and, a lot of different tools that you can use. And here we go. I am going to go ahead and quickly just share my slides. As I mentioned, we are here to talk about harnessing the energies in the elements of nature in health and wellness for yourself. So just to cover a quick agenda with you, I am going to tell you a little bit about the elements of nature, and then I want to see what you might already know about the elements. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the energy properties of each one. And then I will take you through a guided visualization, which I think you'll find very relaxing. And I will leave you with a gift at the end before I open it up for a little bit of Q&A. Sound good? Okay. All right. So in search of greater understanding of the world we live in, ancient civilizations turned to classical elements, fire, earth, water, and air, and found the basic essence that exists in all things. Many cultures utilize the elements for healing, from the Native American medicine wheel that you see here, along with some of the meanings that they assigned, to the Greek medicine system of 4 humors. And they also assigned their own meanings to everything. And today, one that we use is, the tradition of Ayurveda. Even thousands of years later, after these systems were created, we can see that these are still applicable and that we can still harness the wisdom found in the ancient philosophies as a tool in developing and maintaining the life one wants to live. Something that you may have noticed that I would like to point out is that depending on which ancient system you're looking at, all kinds of different meanings can be assigned. So if you see something that looks a little different, the meanings can definitely change based on some of the old civilization meanings. So one belief about the energies that I'd like to share with you is that each element contains a certain energy. The 4 elements serve as really powerful guides in how to live with nature in synergy. We can bring ourselves into balance or back into balance by using the elements as reflections of the different aspects of ourselves. So before I tell you a little more about the energy of each element, I would love to find out what you might already know. So let's play a little game and I'm just gonna quiz you right away. So we'll see what you guys already know. Okay. What I will have you do is, if you know the answer, go ahead and just raise your digital hand and I will be able to call on you and get your answer. So question number 1. Which element is associated with the portion of the cycle that is the full moon? No takers? Okay. So that one is fire. So the portion when the moon is being illuminated in full is associated with the element of fire. Next question. I have a piece of quartz rock, and that can conjure in many different emotions, or really help to call in some certain things. Which element does quartz represent? No?
Earth.
What?
Earth.
Good guess. Quartz is actually reminds us of water. Oh, and Julie, did you have a comment or question? Maybe you were going to answer. So yes, even though quartz comes from the earth, it actually brings up the element of water because it helps to clear out emotions just like water does. So it's quite fascinating. Okay, so next question is, which element is represented in your sense of smell?
Wind?
That would be a good guess. It is actually earth in this one. Anything, the fresh earth and the smell of flowers and all of the, things that grow from the earth are definitely the sense that is conjured with earth. Okay, just a couple more quick questions. Which element would you call in by using lavender? And no, it's not earth because of the sense of smell. All right, so lavender actually is associated with the air element.
I was going to say air, but I've been wrong every other one.
Oh, well, you were right here.
I didn't want to go for
Good
the
job.
perfect zero.
All right. And so each element is also associated with a different, cycle of the seasons. So let's say it is snowy outside and winter time. Which element is associated with winter?
Water.
Ooh, that's a good guess. It's actually earth. As we go into hibernation, all of the animals, all of the, so earth is definitely represented by cold and dry. So as you may have seen from the Greek for humor system, each also has an assignment of, dry and or wet or warm or cold. So earth is winter. And alternatively, if I'm making a nice cup of ginger tea, what would be the element that I'm calling in there?
Fire.
Oh, correct. Woo! Yes, anything that's gonna be spicy, ginger, cinnamon, and of course hot tea. Okay, oops, one more. Just kidding. Yes, last question. Okay, I am participating in a sound bath. Which is the element represented by sound?
Air.
Yes, good job.
Got a few.
Yes, sound, music, vibrations, all of that is carried on the air in the wind. And so, yes, that would be any time you want to listen to music or something, that would be a way to call in an energy of air. So awesome. Okay, wow. Thanks for playing. Let's move on and talk a little bit about the element or each energy of each element. So I do want to just quickly say that I am not going to be describing exactly what is on the slides. So if you are wanting to follow along with those, that's great. And you will have access to this information after. So you'll notice that I've provided ways that you can stimulate fire energy here, and also kind of given you some information as to the strengths and weaknesses that you might be experiencing if you have an abundance of fire. So I love to talk about fire first because it is the only element that has two very distinct sides of energy.
So Megan, we can't hear the presenter by muting everybody.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we'll get back to it. But others, please mute yourself so we don't hear background noise.
Oop.
Where'd I go? Can you see me?
I'm sorry, Kara.
Start on fire.
Oh, no worries. Okay.
Sorry.
No problem at all.
Sorry about that. Keep going.
Okay, so I was just saying, I'm not sure what all you caught of that, but I was just saying that I'm not going to be describing everything that's on the slides, but you will have access to these later so that you can come back to, read the ways to stimulate the fire energy or, strengths or even some of the weaknesses that you might experience if you have too much fire energy going on. So on the one hand, fire is, can be very destructive. It's clearing, and it also cleans out that which is no longer serving you. Everything to include, relationships, habits, and even your mindset. It provides a blank slate and paves the way for inspiration and new opportunities that are coming. On the other hand, fire is, the energy of fire is very hot and fast, representing excitement and passion. It connects you to your personal power and inner strength. And this element is where our courage lies. So a little bit more about water here. You can see that the strengths of water are very healing. And so the energy of the water element is all about emotions, reflecting, release, intuition, very much checking in with your current state. This is the element where fear, insecurities, and negative thinking can hold energy within you. So it is important to experience the flow of your emotions along with the ebb and flow of life, or you can get stuck, feel stuck. And that is one time to, lay into the water energy so it feels flowing and moving. Here we have the element of air, and this holds the energy of thought and planning. It represents intellect, intention, and focus. This is the element where you could possibly feel distracted, indecisive, or even frozen with, overwhelmed possibly. Here, it's important to be focused, but not overthink everything. This is where you experience connection to the universal life force. And air, as I mentioned in the quiz, is associated with music, sound, and vibrations. Last but not least, of course, the element of earth. The energy here is grounding and pragmatic. This is where, the rubber hits the road, so to speak, where all your plans that you've been, creating are put into action. The energy here in earth helps you to identify obstacles that may be standing in your path, knowing that you're able to create resources and accountability and a support team in this stage. The earth element is the representation of our physical bodies. Okay, a little bit about that. Is everyone still with me? Yes? Okay, so there are 3 basic ways to actively connect with the elements. Those are mindfulness, play, and creativity. So I'm going to offer a few examples of how you can utilize each element in your own health and wellness journey. Coming up, I'm going to take you on a little visualization. And if you did bring a journal with you today, you can certainly take a few notes about what comes up after the visualization is over. But even if you didn't bring a journal today, I highly encourage you to, take notes and keep a record of the practices that you've tried and, what really works for you or what doesn't. Really can be very helpful in tracking. Okay. So I'm just going to leave this up for a moment because I don't want to turn my slides off based on the experience in the beginning. So we're going to just slow it down a little bit here and get relaxed and move into this visualization. All right. So this is a visualization about the 4 elements: air, fire, water, and earth. It is a chance to just sit and bring awareness to each element one at a time. It's a chance to let yourself sit with each element and truly feel the energy, noticing the things that we most likely take for granted every day. Slowing down just enough to notice the sacred in the ordinary. It's an opportunity to reconnect with yourself through nature. The idea is not to empty your mind, that almost never happens to me, but to simply still your mind, to slow down and pay attention, and to let whatever feelings or revelations come and go as they wish. All right. Now, close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply and slowly. Inhale and exhale. Just sit there for a few moments and let yourself land. Leave behind all the other busyness of the day. and simply be present. Right here, right now. And breathe deeply. Begin getting in touch with yourself and with your surroundings. What are your senses experiencing? Start to notice your body. Don't try to empty your mind. Let your thoughts come and go, like watching a parade go by outside your window. And just breathe. Give yourself the gift of slowing down right now. You begin gathering elemental items to lay on the table in front of you. You gather a feather or something light to represent air, a bowl of water, a lit candle to represent fire, and a plant in a pot surrounded by dirt from the earth. Breathe in deeply and slowly. And exhale. Now, pick up your air symbol. Hold it in the palms of your hands. How does the symbol feel in your hands? What does it represent to you? The lightness of it, the energy of the air all around you. Feel your breath moving in and out of your nostrils, filling your belly and your lungs. Perhaps air reminds us of freedom and inspires us to fly as high as we can. How would it feel to you to soar way up in the sky? The air is inspiration. It is the breath of life. It is the breath that keeps us alive and sweeps us up in its breeze, soaring higher than we ever thought we could be. How high can you soar? Where will the air carry you? What possibilities and dreams do you have out there? Be curious and breathe. Let the wind carry you as the air fills your lungs. You will now return your feather or symbol back to its place. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, pick up the bowl of water that you have set before you. Dip your fingers into the water. Interact with it. Submerge your whole hand if you wish. Maybe even pour some out on your hands or feet. As you feel the water on your skin, what are you reminded of? What thoughts or memories come to you? Perhaps water holds a special meaning for you. Spend a few moments just soaking in your feelings and thoughts about water. Breathe in deeply and feel your belly expand with air before releasing completely. Water can teach us a lot about life. It is alive and flowing. Think of a river and how the water simply flows, making the adjustments it needs depending on the environment. Sometimes it's slow and lazy. Sometimes it's powerful and dangerous. But it keeps moving towards its destination. It's a never-ending journey. For once it reaches the ocean, it is then re-evaporated into the clouds, falling once again to earth, and then flowing right back into the sea. What can we learn about our destiny from the flowing river? Is there a purpose or a way to live your life more authentically, true to your nature? What nourishes your dreams? You return the bowl of water to its place in front of you. And take a slow and steady breath. Hold for a moment at the top. And release. Please now pick up the candle from your elemental table and hold it in your hands. Look at the dancing flame. Staring into a flickering flame can be quite powerful and mesmerizing. Imagine the flame that burns within you, the thing that is your passion, the person that you are burning to be. And just breathe. Deeply and slowly. Fire can represent our individuality. We all have a light burning within us. It is a light that connects us to each other. And yet, it is unique within each of us. This light is what transforms us and shows us who we are created to be. It is the deep love of something or someone, the thing that sparks our soul. What do you love? What are you passionate about? And sit with that for a moment. Let the answers arise from within you like the flame rising from your candle. And inhale. And exhale. You return the candle to its place. Pull your plant that represents the earth over directly in front of you. Stick your fingers in the dirt. Put some in your hands. Hold your hands full of dirt from the earth and smell the freshness. As much as we need to fly and be free in the air, flow like water, and feel the passion of fire within us, we also need to be grounded. Dirt is getting back to basics. Feel the sensation of roots growing out of your feet and down into the earth, rooting you. You are strong and firm, like a tree that is planted in the earth, that stands powerful, even amid the storm. And breathe. The earth helps us to remember our own roots, our organic and natural ways of being. This is authentic living at its best. Perhaps that's why many of us love camping or gardening so much. We get our hands and bodies dirty. We commune with nature. We simplify and return to the earth. Feel the texture of the dirt in your hands. Look at the bright green leaves of the plant. Breathe in deeply and smell the earth. Remember that who you are is exactly who you are supposed to be. You are strong, alive, and have everything within you to grow tall and reach for the sky. Take a moment to think. Are you living your life true to your values? Do you feel grounded? Do your roots go deep? Just be with yourself. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out. Reconnect. Touch the ground and feel the energy pulsing in the earth. It is from here all things grow. Please now put the dirt back in the plant and return the plant to its place. Slowly breathe. In and out deeply. Let the images and thoughts swirl around inside of you. Feel the positive, healing energy that nature brings to you. And give thanks for any inspiration that you have felt. Take one last look at the elemental items on the table in front of you. Let them be reminders of who you are and who you are called to be. And one last deep breath. And begin to remember your body sitting in your chair. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes and perhaps take a big stretch. And return fully to the room. Welcome back. If you did bring a journal with you and would like to take a few notes, please take a moment to do so.
Could we unshare the screen so we can see the folks?
Mhm.
And friends, if you could open up your videos, it would be lovely to see you. And we'll have some discussion.
Thank you so much for that, Kara.
Yes, you're so very
That was
welcome.
lovely.
So friends, you can unmute and please express your experience or questions or whatever.
Mhm.
Hi, Ruth Ann. Here she is.
You can unmute yourself if you, yeah, you can unmute.
Everybody unmute. We'll have a free for all. It's not so easy to unmute.
There you go.
There you go. Hi.
Everything.
Hi. Good to see you. That was wonderful. I did not expect anything of that. I didn't even know what was going on, and it was fabulous. I felt so
Oh.
connected to myself.
Good.
And I need to, because I'm planning a birthday party for my grandson today, and
Okay.
there's a lot going on.
Thank you so much for that. I'm sure it'll be a wonderful party.
Let's hear from each of us a takeaway or a reflection on the experience and how we deal with the elements or think about, which element to bring forward or, cool back. What do you say, Sue?
I had a feeling I was going to be good.
I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
It was very good for me. It was actually very good. I don't know if the elements think just of depending what's going on in our lives, but I had been like, preparing for something very important at this stage in my life, and I was getting all ready, and I had a lot of fire going on. And then something totally unexpected happened. I fell down the stairs, I broke my foot. And now of course, it's like life stopped me. And I'm still like in this like rebellious stage in my mind that I can't really go forward. And I have to take a moment like to slow down and, let it go and reevaluate and everything. So it was very beneficial, especially when the water part exercise came for me. I felt that was very healing.
Nice. Well, good luck in your recovery. I'm sure you'll get through it.
Did you just fall down the stairs? How's your foot?
Yes, it's been 2 weeks. It's still not so great.
Sending it healing.
Love to your big toe.
Yes.
Brittany, how'd that touch you?
I felt connected to all four elements. There was one time I took this quiz and it said that I'm more fiery, so like pitta energy. So I can be really high emotionally. And so the earth has been something that I have been trying to incorporate more, like grounding techniques and stuff like that. So I incorporate meditation and breath work, and I do lots of walking and exercising. And so I think it was just a reminder that even though I may experience one more, it's not negative. It's just the way that I'm seeing it in that moment.
Sure.
And so, yeah, that's what I got from it.
Nice.
Wonderful. Thank you. I actually do. It is something that most of us tend to relate to one element over another in our lives in general, and even around, a specific situation.
Yeah.
So I did actually created a quiz. So the link is in the slides that I'll send everyone later. But similar to what you're saying, Brittany, there's a percentage of each of the elements, and it can tell you, which is the highest right now. And
Yeah.
and for me, it was actually very interesting because I relate to earth, and I feel I'm a very earthy person, but my results were that I had a high percentage of air. And so that tells me that I have been spending too much time in my head, and that I need to kind of use some of the other elemental energies available to me to, kind of pull that back a little bit. So maybe for some grounding.
I can be really airy too. Like,
Understood.
a lot. Yeah.
Great. Well, maybe you'll be interested in taking the quiz again. I don't know if you did that recently or a long time ago.
I did it a while ago, so like I'll take yours.
Oh, fun. Wonderful.
Thank you.
We have a few more minutes if anybody else wanted to share. Well, thank you so much, Kara. For those of you who are new with us today, if you wouldn't mind completing a brief survey about the session, and this recording will be sent out over the next week or so once it's available. And I hope to see you all at our next Lunch and Learn. Was there anything else, Kara, that you wanted to close with?
No, I definitely will just send those slides out and make all of the information available for everyone. And it will include some definite tools in each category that you can utilize to, balance yourself out.
So friends, we have another one next week on the skin. So next Friday at noon Pacific, Skincare 2. We had a first talk, but there'll be more about how to create, clean skin from the inside out. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I just posted the link in the chat if you'd like to register for that one next Friday.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much, Kara. We really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.